Have a 2007 S&B cold air intake 4-inch turboback, straight exhaust with Smarty Junior program. Wanting to make more powerful pulling heavy loads on highway. Thinking about upgrading to heavy studs and turbo. What advice do you have? I've also been wondering what will be better, fast or air dog. Is one easier to install than the other? I don't think that there's one that's easier to install than the other, Philip. I think either pump that you go with is going to be a good choice. Both of them got a lifetime warranty. They're both good pumps, so on and so forth. Head studs is going to be a good idea, obviously, if you're going to upgrade the turbo, depending on what turbo that you're going to go with. If you're going to go with a bigger turbo that's going to actually flow more air, it's lower pressure, you're going to be okay as far as the head stretch goes. But if you're going to be running just a massive turbo, I don't know what your plan is. So if you're sub 600 horsepower, I think you're making the right choices. Turbo to go with. There's a lot of different turbos out there, a 366 kit or something in that regard. We have ATS as well if you're wanting to be probably 6 to 650. ATS would be a good one, Aurora 4000. Industrial's got their 64 mil turbo would be a really good turbo for you, the Silver Bullet. BD has got the S366 kit, so there's a lot of different kits out there I think that would fit the bill for what you're wanting to do for sure. What mod's next for my 6.4 Power Stroke? I already have upgraded trans, Spartan tuner, intake, exhaust, upgraded charge air pipe, cold side, thanks. Looking at a 71 mil turbo. Yeah, we offer two different turbo kits. We offer a drop-in upgraded kit from BD, and we also offer one in the dual sequential kit. We offer one from Industrial as well. We have a single turbo kit from H&S H&S Motorsports. That is an awesome kit. Check it out on the website. There's a couple of really good YouTube videos of that turbo setup for your 6.4 guys. So check that one out. That would definitely be my suggestion for what to go with it. And also that opens you up to the single turbo platform that gets you in T4 pedestals to where you can swap turbos and try different stuff. So H&S Motorsports, or if you want to stay with the dual sequential setup, you can stay in BD or the Industrial kit. Yes, sir, Phil. Good all. Easiest way to make 1,000 horsepower on a stock 5.9 with an auto transmission. There's no easy way to do it, but it's going to take tuning. It's going to take. You're going to have to work with different pump configurations. You're going to have to work with different turbo configurations and different inject configurations. That's really all there is to it. It's going to be a process for sure. There's no. I don't think anybody's ready to step out there and give. This is X recipe for 1,000 horsepower. It's going to take work for sure. Is turbo upgrade a can off 464? Scott Swords. Is turbo upgrade a can? I don't understand. Good all-around injector for a Duramax. You want to move over into a sack style injector, which is a different nozzle. That's going to be a more robust nozzle. We are offering S&S Performance going up this week. Look for S&S. I would suggest going with S&S. Industrial makes good stuff too. I have an 01 Duramax getting EFI Live put on today with DSP 5 switch and 5-inch turbo back, exhaust PP, boost grease valve. What's my next step? I'm kind of new to the diesel world, but I'm pretty knowledgeable. You're going to want to go ahead and start getting ready to do transmission upgrades there, Marcus. That's probably going to be your next step. Go ahead and do a transmission upgrade. We offer transmission rebuild kits. We offer torque converters. We offer full drop-in transmissions, so on and so forth. Your next step to wherever you're going to go with your horsepower, you're going to have the transmission to do it. So get ready for transmission upgrades, man. Good luck to you. Price to do so, Chris Bird. Chris, I didn't catch your easily. Price to make 1,000 horsepower on a 5.9 Dodge. I'm going to throw a number out there, 10,000. I don't know that 10,000 would get you there, but I would think that 10,000 would get you close, for sure. Cab Scott scores. Is Scott Swartz, is turbo upgrade a cab off for a 6.4? You take the cab off the truck, I promise you will thank me later. It is going to be so much easier on you to do it. Don't even attempt it with a cab on the truck. You don't want that. Cab, you can have the cab off and in the air. First time doing it, probably going to take you about 3 to 4 hours. That sounds crazy, but trust me, you'll thank me. Take the cab off. Chris, you're welcome, man. Travis, I wish I could say that word. I speak Kentucky, man, so I can't even say that many consonants and vowels and whatnot. Words. Hello, Sean. Buddy, it's been a day. You know, I've been trying to listen to these kids buy these junky ass trucks around here today. Everybody at Thoroughbreds, if you get a job at Thoroughbreds and you're working as a salesman, your first thing you do, if you don't already have a diesel truck, is you got to go out and buy a diesel truck. So that's what these kids have been doing all day today, buying a bunch of damn junk and arguing with people on Craigslist and crap. So that's it. What will be the best trans for, say, 550 horsepower? That's all about I want and needs my daily. Marcus, I don't know what you drive. If you're driving I forgot, man. Oh, the 01 Duramax. Okay, I'm sorry. What would be the best trans for, say, 550, 600 horsepower? That's all I want. I would go ahead and do a full transmission rebuild. Go ahead and do the torque converter, the clutches and colons and everything. I think that's probably going to be the best thing for you, man. You can get a rebuild kit. A lot of people are doing transmission builds on the Allison right now. You shouldn't have any problem finding somebody to do the build for you. Probably be able to pull it off for, I'm going to go ahead and say probably less than $5,000. You know, that's just my guess at it. What do you think on new 17 Super Duty? Scott, I'm glad you asked that. I'm not a Ford guy. I don't like Fords, but and people have heard me say this before, so I'm going to tell you, I'm a big fan of Ford trucks right now. I think they're very good looking. I think the 17 is one of the best looking trucks I've ever laid my eyes on, and it makes me sick to say that, but there you go. I think it's a beautiful truck. In all seriousness, do y'all have a white 06 Ram truck beds laying around? My wheel wells are rusted like crazy and was quoted $2,800 to fix. I don't, man. If I did, Travis, I'd sell it to you for sure, brother. John Kurtek, should I sell my 07 Cummins with 57K or build it? I've never need a truck. I never need a truck, but love diesel. I would keep the truck. I mean, I would keep a truck. The 07 59 is one of the most sought after trucks out there. Keep the truck and go from there, man. You got a good one there. Marcus, you're welcome, bud. I got two screens here, man, so I'm trying to read on one screen and watch out on the other one.
You can always put the camera over there.
Yeah. Yeah, can't watch this. Look at this voodoo magic.
It is magic. Look at that.
There it is. Hey.
Look at that.
I
Smooth.
just ordered $700 for the parts. Going to be dropping off to Jaron Holder for the first year. Dominating 2.6 class next year. I hope you do, man. Let me know after you get your parts on. We'll bring it down and put it on the dyno and roll it and see what we'll figure out. Check shops who install flatbeds normally sell them cheap. Yeah, that's right. He's exactly right. What are the two most important skills to have as a diesel mechanic? Patience, for one, and diagnosing capability, number two. That's a skill. I think patience is something that you can't really teach. You've got to have patience because trucks today are obviously going to be becoming more and more, and this is just a layman's terms. Trucks today are becoming more and more electrical, so you have to have electrical skills. You have to be able to go through wiring harnesses. You have to be able to chase wiring and so on and so forth. I think that's going to be the best skill that you can get. I don't think that you can go to any school and learn what you're going to need to know to be a good diesel mechanic in today's world. And I guarantee you, every diesel mechanic that you talk to, that you know, that you trust, doesn't have any type of formal schooling. They haven't been to any of the schools or so on and so forth. So no offense to the guys who've been to schools. That's a good starting point for sure. Same thing. What's a good turbo upgrade for an 08 LMM Duramax? Josh, We're bringing in a couple of different options on that right now. I've got a line coming up, HSP. I know that there are several different options for that. We have Duramax Tuner's got a new turbo out for the truck. We've got it. Industrial's got turbos. I've got ATS. I've got everything, man. So call us if you want to talk a little bit more about your setup, and we can get you hooked up, man. What was the very first diesel you ever worked on? The first diesel that I ever worked on was a 91 Dodge and put a VE pump on. That was the first wrench that I turned to be paid for it. I've worked on tractors and trucks my whole life, but the first wrench I ever turned and got paid for was on a 91 Dodge and put a VE pump on it. So I'm gonna try to catch up here just a minute. All right, Justin, he says, I have a 99 Cummins with auto transmission that has gotten to once you get to 45 and the shifts and truck shakes until I let off. Also, trucks sometimes will not shift, will not hold a gear. You can give it any power, maybe all the shifts sensor or solenoid. Thanks to the advanced way. All right, man, you could have a couple of different things going on. What's going on, Joe Taylor? You could have a couple things going on there. You could have a converter that's shaking. You could have something in your drive line that's shaking. I'm just trying to address the vibration. The in and out of gear at 45 could be a couple different things. With a 99, I would want to start with isolating the TPS. Isolating the TPS ground. You can read a lot about that, man. I'll just Google TPS ground noise isolator for BP44 Cummins. Check that out. That's probably going to fix your gear hunting. Call me if you've got any questions, man. Oh, Blake, Cats by 90, man. Yes, sir. Holder, Cats by 90. That's right, but I'll be at the ball game. If you guys are going to the ball game, I think I'm over in section 211. Come see me and Ellie. We'll be there. What do you all use for CEL, isolated computers, diagnostic, and Cummins? At my work, we use Cummins Insight. Okay, so we're a Cummins dealer. We have Insight here as well. We've actually been using. We've had Snap-on here, Solus, Modus's. Actually, we're using Giotti now, which is a laptop-based program. It's Giotti, I think is what they call it. It's a laptop-based program. It's actually been really good. Most of the diagnosing that we do with EFI Live on the trucks that are in the shop, because mostly Duramaxes and Cummins that are in and out of here. So that's usually what we're using it. Light Power has got a really good setup to get IDS and Global and Tech 2 in one package, or not, but 3 different packages. Check that out, Light Power. Give me a call if you're looking for something like that. 6.7 Cummins, 6-speed, deleted, studs, EFI Live, lift pump. What are your thoughts on stock turbo? It'd be good to upgrade, not looking to go crazy. Fleece has got a really nice drop-in turbo for that truck. Check that turbo out, man. 0660 long start in the mornings. Fickham, good voltage, high speed dudes, like 84%. Where should I start? Probably looking at a leak inside of the motor. That's going to be an internal leak. It could be a standpipe. It could be anything else. Go to YouTube and check out internal high pressure leak. Watch those videos on how to do that, man. That'll point you in the right direction. Matt Parker, what's your opinion on new Borg SXE turbos? Just bought the new 6268. I've had a lot of questions about that. If anybody's running it, give this guy an opinion on it. For sure, Borg's not going to make anything bad. You can bet your life on that. Alex Clark, I have Borg Warner's K27 on a 12 valve. Not real happy with it. What do you recommend for street and towing? Depends on what 12 valve setup you got, man. If it's a 7100 setup, it depends on how big of an injector you got, what kind of timing you're running, so on and so forth. Swartz, what horsepower do you recommend ARP studs on 6.4? I would recommend ARP studs on anything above 550 horsepower would probably be the way. It's more indicative of what turbo that you're running on that truck, man. But for safety's sake, go ahead and stud it. Austin Horse, I have an 0373 Power Stroke, upgraded BD thruster with turbo swaps, 150 horsepower injectors, and built trans. I'm currently running custom TS tunes. I do not like the trans shift points. Is that something I can get different tunes for? What tuner do you recommend? Austin, I would suggest going into Power Hungry Performance. I think that they would have the tunes to be able to set you up into a custom tune if you need it. They also have probably already got what you're looking for in a can tune, man. Truck's about 425 horsepower where you set up right now. You should be able to pull that off in a 64 millimeter charger of any type, man. Any type, Alex, any 64 millimeter charger ought to be able to hold that type of a horsepower. 62 millimeter would even get you a little bit more crisper off the throttle. The truck could be a little sportier, so that would be my suggestion. Maybe drop down to a 62 mil, brother. Ever used new bore one SXE turbos? I just answered that one. I've heard a lot about that. If somebody comment for these guys that are running them, I have no experience on it myself. What is a lot of miles for a stock 01 Cummins? There's no such thing as a lot of miles for a stock Cummins or a 01 Cummins for sure, man. If it's less than 200,000 miles, you're fine. Spencer Brown, 2007-3 Power Stroke, cold air intake, 4-inch straight pipe exhaust, fuel mileage was 16 to 70 miles a gallon. Original turbo went bad, put a BD thruster 2 on it, and fuel mileage tanked 12 to 13. What can I do to make the miles per gallon back up? No other modification. I'm guessing this is because the air-fuel ratio is off, more airflow from new turbo, 6-position chip, tuner, injectors, air dog, trying to get cost effective right. Spencer, if you do not have any tuning upgrades done to that truck and you're running that BD thruster turbo, that's exactly what your problem is. You need to get a fueling upgrade on the truck so you can compensate for the turbo. Everything's going to come into play for you there. You're going to get great fuel mileage. You're going to love it, man. Just a bad setup there. Time for my question. When driving around town about 30 to 60 miles an hour, if I hit a speed bump in the road, my shifter won't downshift to third gear. It's kind of like the shifter is loose. My shifter will downshift to third gear. It's kind of like the shifter is loose. Time for my question. When driving around town, Shauna, buddy, 30 to 60 miles an hour, if I hit a speed bump in the road, my shifter will downshift into third gear. So do you think the truck is dropping down all the way into third gear, man, or do you think the torque converter is unlocking? That would be something that you would want to look at on that, man. I can't remember if you're running the inside in your truck. If you're running the inside and you can tell whether the truck's in prime gear or whether it's prime, whether it's torque converter locked up or not, and you're hitting a bump and the torque converter's unlocking, something going on there, man. Are Wicked Wheels worth the money? Wicked Wheels are worth the money in any capacity as long as you understand that the turbos are going to be more efficient in the sweet spot. And by that I mean you can't look to put a Wicked wheel or an upgraded wheel on a turbo in a stock form now. In a stock form, you can't look to put a Wicked wheel on a turbo and expect a higher horsepower rating. You're going to get a higher horsepower rating in the sweet spot of the truck. Where are we tailgating? Holder, text me. I'm with you, dog. So with the Wicked wheel, you're looking for more horsepower in the sweet spot of the truck, where you drive the truck, where you like the truck the best, where it does its best towing. That's where you're going to pick up your horsepower upgrade. Dual wheel, as long as it's from a company that's a reputable company, Batmo, or if you do Diesel Site Wicked Wheel, you're going to love it. I promise you. You're going to love it exactly where the truck is most efficient. It may move your efficiency curve a little bit, but you'll learn to like that too. So there you go, man.
Where's the callers?
Somebody call us. Early 04 6.0 Power Stroke, studded EGR delete regulated fuel system with stock fuel pump, heads work, coolant bypass hoses on, heads billet water, tow a 12,000 pound enclosed trailer. What is the best injector and turbo upgrade for towing? All right, you're still, even with everything that you've got done, it just depends on what your horsepower that you're going to want to be. You can accomplish a whole lot on stock injectors with a Garrett PowerMax upgrade. That's a light turbo upgrade, so you're not going to get a big gain in efficiency with just that small of a turbo upgrade, and you might be able to not even have to worry about doing injectors. If you want to do injectors, if you're looking for a top horsepower number, something probably like, man, 50 to 75 horsepower over. So what's the best turbo for LMM Duramax? That's what we were talking about a little while ago. I've got several different offerings on that. As long as you probably stay in whatever your expected horsepower output, that's what you're looking for, man. That's exactly what you're looking for. I offer ATS, I offer industrial. I've got HSP coming. Several different offerings on there, man. That's a visual parking. Yeah. Yeah, okay, man. Sean, I'll see you, man. I'll take a look at it and I'll get back to you and figure out what you got going on. Phil Edwards, UK Wildcats. That's right. Thank you, man. I see your LSU thing there on your profile, man. We're praying for you guys if you're down in Louisiana, bro. Yeah, I'm like catfish cooler. Give me one of them devil testicles.
Any callers?
Somebody call us. Anybody except for Cade Sidwell, for sure.
Anything on Louisville?
Yeah, nothing out of Louisville. Nothing out of Louisville today. 3:20, you want to go another 10 minutes?
Sure.
Is that good? Man, you guys hit me with a lot of questions real fast there, and I hope I was able to answer everything. Josh, a little bit more on mine. I like Swamps. Swamps has a really good lineup of 6.0 injectors. Check the Swamp stuff out. There's a lot of different offerings on there for you, man. It's just all going to be dependent on what you're going to want to do for sure. SEC, baby, that's right. That's exactly right. So I'm going to try to take a look at your video here real quick. Thank you, Holder. Yeah, I'll do it in just a second. Oh, okay. Blake Fain, what's a good clutch for stock 01 Cummins high output? If you're not going to do anything to the truck, you can stay in a single disc clutch. We have an HD offering from South Bend. We have several good clutches from Valeria as well, so just want to make sure that you don't underdo it on clutches. Get enough clutch to hold the truck. How much horsepower is a stock LML trans good for? Well, Ryan, it all depends on how you drive it. It really does. If you drive like an idiot, you can take a transmission out, even an LML trans, which is the best trans of all of them so far. You can take it out at stock horsepower. With that being said, I think you're okay, probably up to the 450 to 500 horsepower range with proper tuning. Yeah, I think so. If you think if you're gonna move farther than that, man, I would go ahead and at least look at trying to do some sort of valve body upgrade as various, possibly Copilot, ATS Copilot, and torque converter for sure. Let's see. What is your recommended for a tuner on my 7.3? We talked about that just a second ago, Spencer. Power Hunger Performance, I like their stuff really, really well. It gives you a lot of flexibility. TS 6-position chip is always a good idea too. How much horsepower before I should rebuild my house in Charles Lee? Again, it's all relative to how you drive it and what you're going to do with it. If you're planning on going over 500 horsepower, I would suggest doing a trans build for sure, and then use proper transmission tuning as well. How can I make an 0759 to 1,000 horsepower, Dylan? I hear you. You're starting out right. Who the hell is that in your profile picture there with you, Dylan? Is that your sister? I think that's your sister. I know it's not a girl you're dating because you like guys. We'll talk about it in a minute. Brandon, do you sell SCT tuners? We sure do. We've got all SCT tuners. The 7015 we've got. We've also got the live wire, so that we've got those as well. Adam's got a new thing going on. I don't even know what this means, but text diesel to 33233. I don't even know what the hell that means, buddy, but if you guys want to do it, just go ahead and send it to us. South Bend or Valera dual disc 2010 Dodge, what do you think is best? I think they're both good. I really truly do. I think they're both good. I think both clutches are excellent clutches. You're not going to go wrong in either direction. As far as that goes, you can probably flip a coin and you're going to get a good clutch either way, man. I have a 2007 What tuner do you recommend? Again, Power Hunger Performance, TS 6 positions is a good one to go with. Deep fry me a turkey next year. Absolutely. Come to the shop, buddy. I'll get you taken care of. Well, I'll probably do one for Thanksgiving this year, so come down and eat some turkey with us, man.
Be another video this year.
We're going to video it again this year.
Not how to be stupid.
Yeah.
With a deep fryer.
Maybe this year we'll teach how to we'll teach how to make broccoli casserole. My Aunt Frances' famous broccoli casserole. Mini Max for SCT on 08 6.4. Depending on what tuning company that you work with, if you do SCT and you do custom tuning, I think that's probably going to be the way for you to go. Lots of guys out here doing custom tuning, and they're making damn good tunes. That gives you a little bit more flexibility, man. Where is your shop located? We are located in the great state of Kentucky, in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. We're in Winchester, 4843 Rockwell Road, man. Wow.
No callers.
No callers. Somebody called and then they hung up. So if anybody wants to call today, man, we're in for taking some calls. Do you need black valve handle for your coolant bypass system? Do you stock at par? Need black valve handle for your coolant bypass system? Do you stock at par? I don't know what you're saying there, Gabriel. I don't know what you're talking about. If you're talking about the the coolant filtration system. Yeah, Sean and SCT, way to go! I drive a Mini Max 4. If you're talking about for the coolant filtration system, Gabriel, if you're needing a replacement part for that, call me. I can get you. I can get you what you need, man. Just give us a call up here at the shop. That's no problem. It'd be a replacement part. I can help you with it. You can put in any valve to that you want to. I mean, you really can. If you want to cut that valve out and just do a push-to-lock fitting, you can do any valve on that you want to. The coolant's not gonna it's not gonna eat away at anything you use. Yeah, it's not gonna eat away at anything that you use. So you can put any valve in there that you want to. That's gonna be steel or brass or whatnot. The coolant's not gonna eat it up, man. But yeah, if you want the parts back, we can get them for you. I'm gonna give myself a damn smiley face here. What is this? I'm pissed. Look here. I'm put the angry face up. Look here. I put that up. Look at me. I'm mad at myself. I'm sad that Dylan's truck sucks. I can't believe that me and Holder are gonna drink some beer together at the game.
Is that his sister?
I'm laughing at all the TS chip questions. I love beer. I like beer. And I'm thankful for the rain. There you go.
Rain makes corn.
Rain makes corn. Corn makes whiskey.
Rain makes LA.
Mm-hmm. I've killed that in LA. What's the brand gauge you get for trans temperature? I like ISPRO and Autometer, man. Either one. A lot of people today are going to Edge Insights. It's a really good system if you want to get digital gauges. It gives you a lot more flexibility. It gets you a lot more stuff. So I would look at going into Edge Insight as well. Do you recommend a particular brand of fuel treatment? We carry Standardine here. Standardine is really, really good stuff. That's my recommendation. But even more on that, even if you don't buy fuel treatment for a must, as long as you're using a fuel treatment, that's a good one. I promise you, it's a good one. Just don't dump transmission fluid in your fuel tank like everybody says they're doing. That's not. What kind of beer do you like? I'm a Budweiser guy, man. I always have been. I started out, I take it back. I started out on Miller High Life. Then they sold the South African Brewing, and I went to Budweiser, and I've never looked back. Recently, I've been drinking Dixie beer. I think that's good stuff. I don't really like anything else. That's pretty much it. Sorry, if you have more questions about 647 private page, amazing place, learn a lot from there. Yeah, he's right. Exactly. Ryan Hunter, Moonshine. I can't drink liquor, man. I go crazy on it. All I want to do is fight. I just don't drink liquor. But I'll drink beer with you all day long. I just can't drink liquor. Justice Larry. Sean, did I answer his question? I guess I did. Oh, okay. I see where it is now. Gosh, you at least like some good beer. Yeah, it's good. What do you like, Ryan? Tell us what kind of beer you like, man. You a Budweiser guy too? He should be. You got a boat dock in your profile picture. That's good for sure. Of checking that box. Yeah, that's exactly right. Don't Miller Lite. That's good. Don't ever give me alcohol, Sean. It's not going to do any good for us. We're going to be. Here's my new Holset hat. Here we go. My Holset. I made this. Put my Holset hat. Make Holset turbochargers great again. That's a good hat. In fact, that's what I'm going to give away today. For our giveaway, I'm going to give away a Holset hat. Not my one that I wrote on, but you can write that on your thing. You can write whatever you want to on it. Just bought another 6.0. Absolutely love the motors. When would be a good time to delete it? It's straight piped already. So if you want to do an EGR delete, the quicker you do an EGR delete, probably the better off that you are. If you're not going to do an EGR delete, you want to make sure that you take care of the system as best you can. You want to keep everything clean. Make sure that you take care of the coolers. If the coolers need to be replaced, replace the coolers on them. And don't forget your oil cooler as well. But yeah, do the delete as quick as you can. Ugh. About to die out here, boys. Catfish cooler. Wow. All right, we're gonna give. I'm Ryan Humphreys. I'm gonna give you the hat today. You're getting the Holston hat because you brought up beer. Sean and I'm gonna send you a hat just because you're a good dude too, man. So I just want to thank everybody for being on Wade's World today or Call with Wade. Now we're gonna take a call right here at the end of. Here we go, Georgia. Good people. Let's go. This is Wade.
Hey man, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
Good.
I've got a 96. I got two trucks I wanted to ask you about. One of them is a 92 Dodge Ram Cummins diesel 3500.
Okay.
And I need the upper control arms for it. I'm wondering if you can get a hold of them.
The upper control arms?
Yeah.
I don't think you'll need that for a 3/4 ton Dodge.
1 ton.
1 ton.
Yeah.
You're not gonna need them for a 1 ton either. Not an upper control arm.
No.
It doesn't have them. It's straight axle.
It's 2-wheel drive.
Oh, 2-wheel drive. Okay, I'm sorry. That's going to be a Dodge part, man. That'd be something I won't be able to get a hold of. Sorry about that, brother.
That's all right. I got another question.
Okay. All right.
That's my beast right there. I love that truck. I got another one that I don't quite love as much.
It must be a Ford, huh?
This one is a 06 Dodge Ram Cummins diesel. It is 4-wheel drive.
Okay, I got you.
It's got a Edge programmer on it.
Okay.
And this is just a question right here. I'm probably going to have to take it to a diesel mechanic, but it's got a heck of a hesitation in it. First gear was really, really strong. When it hits second gear, it loses every bit of miles it ever had.
Okay.
I mean, it drops back where it ain't got no power. According to the programmer, the turbo's still putting out, all that kind of stuff. Everything looks good on it. There's no codes coming up on it. I changed the fuel filter and stuff like that. All that seems all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What's something else I might want to check on that thing?
What have you checked your lift pump pressure on it going down the road? I mean, that's probably not what the problem is, but you want to start with some basic stuff first. Do you get any black smoke in second gear when you romp down on it? Do you get any black smoke at all?
No, not really. I mean, it literally it ain't got no balls at all.
I'd say you probably got a lift pump problem, man. You could have something on high side with a high return rate, but I doubt it's anything like that. How many miles on the truck?
260,000.
I'd start with lift pump, man. I really would. I'd start with the easy stuff first.
Yeah, how much is a lift pump?
It just depends on what you want to do. I've got them anywhere from $390 all the way up to almost $700, just depending on which way you want to go.
Yeah. So it's like this, first gear, it's got every bit of torque you want, and then it hits second gear, and I mean, good Lord, it's sluggish.
Yeah. And then is it just as bad in third, fourth, and fifth gear? I'm sure.
No, third and fourth are a little better. Fourth is quite a bit better. Second and third is where you really have the issue, and it's mainly second.
Yeah.
It also feels like a transmission. The only reason I don't think it's a transmission is because the truck's got an ATS in it.
Okay.
So, usually you don't have a problem with an ATS transmission, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, I mean, I'm not saying that ain't the problem. It just, doesn't seem like it would be.
Yeah. So it is an automatic truck then?
It is.
Okay. It could be a governor pressure issue. I would start with a lift pump just to make sure. Just to eliminate that. And that would be where I'd go.
Okay. All right. Well, let me save my quarters up a little bit then, and usually when I do something to this truck, I always kind of went above and beyond, so I'll probably get the better one.
Okay. All right. Well, give us a call. We'll be glad to get you taken care of.
All right,
all right, thanks, sir. See you, man. All right, boys. Y'all keep your gowns down. Have a good day.